Hello everybody, welcome back to ECO152. In this video we'll be covering chapter 2 of the module, which is all about money and monetary policy. So this chapter is all about money, and we are going to discuss the different functions of money, the different kinds of money, the money that is used in South Africa, the financial intermediaries, the demand for money, how is money created, the South African Reserve Bank, and the monetary policy. So, first things first is to provide a definition for the term money. What is money? If you click on the link below, you'll find a video that provides you with a very nice, insightful, and short definition of what money is. Please do check it out. Throughout the centuries, money has taken different forms, such as cattle, cigarettes, gold, and now today it is in the form of paper money. Money is not a factor of production and should not be confused with income or wealth. Money is a useful and important invention because it eliminates the double coincidence of wants, which is a feature of the barter system. In the barter economy, that is at the time where there was no money, you had to find someone who wanted to buy what you wanted to sell and wanted to sell what you wanted to buy, which is a double coincidence of wants. For example, if you wanted to buy a book and you were willing to sell a pen in exchange, you had to find someone who is selling a book and willing to buy a pen in exchange. Functions of money. There are three main functions of money. The first one is money as medium of exchange. The second one is money as unit of account. And the third one is money as store of value. In Unit 10, you will learn that money and trust are closely related. Now we are getting into detail with the different functions of money. The first function, that is money as medium of exchange. As we have mentioned earlier, money eliminates the double coincidence of wants because in the barter economy, there may be unnecessary exchange transactions, which are often cumbersome and inefficient. Money is therefore defined as anything that is generally accepted as payment for goods and services or that is accepted in settlement of debt. Money is accepted as means of payments because people believe that it will be accepted as payment by other people. The second function of money, that is money as a unit of account. It is a measure for stating prices of goods and services. It therefore enables us to obtain measures for the total value of goods and services produced in an economy. For example, gross domestic product, which is called GDP in short. GDP is one of the important indicators of the economic performance of a country. Other products can also serve as a unit of account as well. During inflationary times, money loses some of its usefulness as a unit of account. This means that when general prices increase, the purchasing power of consumer declines, and therefore nominal values needs to be adjusted to real values. You can refer to box 1.2 in page 10 for the explanation of nominal versus real values. Also, in Unit 1, we did explain the differences between the two. The last function of money, that is money as store of value. Money is not wealth. Wealth includes fixed property, real estate, and shares. However, money is a common form of holding wealth because it can be exchanged for other goods and services later. It is also more convenient to use and can be immediately exchanged. During periods of high inflation, money is not a good retainer of wealth because it loses its value. This means that when there's high inflation, the 20 rands that you use to buy 5 items cannot be used to buy the same 5 items. It will buy less items. Money also serves as a standard of deferred payment. It is a measure of the value of future payments. If you borrow today, future commitments is in terms of rands and cents. The functions of money. Please remember, Money is not income. Money is not wealth, but rather one form of wealth. The different kinds of money. Over time, money has taken various forms, such as cattle, silver, and gold. The properties necessary for an efficient monetary system were properties such as uniformity, durability, divisibility, and the ability to be carried. In time, a coin system using different types of metal was developed. However, over time, the reliance on coins as a medium of exchange became inconvenient, and this led to the development of paper money. The owners of gold and silver made deposits for safekeeping with the goldsmiths of that time. They then in turn received certificates of deposits. These certificates could then be transferred to other persons to pay for goods and services. These certificates of deposits were fully covered by the metal it was supposed to represent. The next stage was the replacement of paper money, fully backed by notes, which were partially backed by gold. Traders needing money would approach goldsmiths for loans. These goldsmiths could then issue them with gold receipts or certificates of deposits. The goldsmiths issued receipts greater than the value of the gold that they held in their vaults, that is, their chamber which was used to store the gold. This was called fractional reserve system, which is a system where only a fraction of bank deposits are backed by actual cash. And such money is called fiduciary or credit money. The modern banknote bears no relationship to a commodity anyway. It is based on the confidence in the monetary authorities to control the supply of notes so that their value will not fall substantially. Notes and coins issued by the central bank have been declared as legal tender and therefore cannot be refused if tendered as payment. The next evolution in the development of money was the use of check accounts. Further innovations and advancements in the monetary sector include the introduction of credit and debit cards as well as various electronic payments. You can refer to box 2.2 in page 29 of your textbooks to learn more about electronic money such as Bitcoin. Money that is used in South Africa. There are three different kinds of monies used in South Africa. That is your M1, your M2, and M3. M1 refers to the conventional measure, that is money as medium of exchange, where M is equals to cash, usually denoted by C, plus deposits, which is denoted by letter D. M2 refers to the broader definition of money, which is equivalent to M1 plus short-term and medium-term deposits. And M3 refers to the most comprehensive measure of money, which is equivalent to M2 plus long-term deposits. Getting into detail on the different monies used in South Africa. M1 is defined on the basis of the function of money as medium of exchange. It includes notes and coins in circulation outside the monetary sector, as well as all demand deposits, including check and transmission deposits of the domestic private sector with the monetary institutions. In circulation outside the monetary sector, only money in the hands of the public can be used as means of exchange. The monetary sector includes the South African Reserve Bank, Post Bank, Land Bank, and private banking institutions. The demand deposits are deposits that can be withdrawn immediately by means of a debit card, electronic transfer, or check. It is available immediately and generally accepted as payment in South Africa. M2 refers to the broader definition of money. Therefore, M2 is equivalent to M1 plus all other short-term and medium-term deposits of the domestic private sector with monetary institution. Short-term refers to anything that is less than 30 days, whereas medium-term refers to anything that is less than 6 months. Since the maturity of these deposits is not very long, it is regarded as quasi-money M2 is therefore defined as M1 plus quasi-money. M3 refers to the most comprehensive measure of money. M3 is equivalent to M2 plus all long-term deposits of the domestic private sector with monetary institution. The majority of long-term deposits is more than 6 months. Monetary authorities regard M3 as the most reliable indicator of developments in the monetary sector. This broad measure is also used to evaluate the success of monetary policy. M3 is a reflection of money as a store of value. Financial intermediaries. Financial intermediaries are institutions that specialize in financial transactions. Their function is to act as intermediary between the surplus units and deficit units in the monetary economy. They accept deposits and grant credit. Credit is when a person or institution lends funds to another person or institution. A security is therefore issued to specify the interest rate at which funds have been borrowed, as well as the terms of repayment. We focus on institutions with a direct bearing on the quantity of money in the economy. We are also concerned with the demand and supply of money and how it affects economic activity. A quick trip to microeconomics. The law of demand states that as the price of a good increases, the quantity demanded decreases, ceteris paribus. On the other hand, the law of supply states that as the price of a good increases, the quantity supplied increases, ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus means that all other things being equal. Demand for money. Wealth can be held in real assets or financial assets. Real assets refer to fixed property, valuable goods, and shares, whereas financial assets refer to money or interest-bearing assets. There's also a cost of holding money, which is the opportunity cost, the interest forgone, as well as the impact of inflation. There are two components of the demand for money. One is the transactions demand, which is money as medium of exchange. Two is the demand for money as an asset, which is money as store of value. At any point in time, the holders of wealth in the economy must decide in which form to hold their wealth. Others can decide to hold their wealth in real assets, and others can decide to hold it in financial assets. Real assets refer to fixed property, valuable goods like paintings, antiques, rare postage stamps, or coins, and financial assets, either money or interest-bearing assets, which we call bonds. The demand for money is the amount that various participants in the economy plan to hold in the form of money balances. Remember, demand is not the same as want. Demand for money is concerned with the choices of those participants who earn an income or possess wealth. Due to time constraints, I have to cut this video here. I will make part 2 of chapter 2. Thank you.